Welcome back, folks. So we've got one of those completely legit weddings that we come across often here in central London. No social media people around, no photographers, no videographers, no guy holding a bunch of flowers ready to jump in if and when the plot needs it. No, it's all completely legit, 100%. Nothing fake about this at all. Although, funny enough, we did spot one of these before and spoke to them and they said, no, it's real. We just got married. So one never knows, but I'm guessing by the number of hangers on, it's likely to be for a Chinese or Korean bridal magazine. Oh yes, that's my thought. Now, my man here, I'm trying to understand what it is that he's protesting about, or what the cause is, but I have absolutely no idea. Anyone? No, I didn't think so. Anyway, a new week and the video many of you have been waiting for. Why? Well, those first horsey names. Oh yeah, folks. Now, one of you, Bryn, well done, did guess one. I actually thought to myself that at least one of the names would be guessed by pretty much everyone because it's a very, very, very obvious one. You're going to think, oh, when I say it, the name of the mare, the new mare. We might or might not be seeing these new horses during the course of this week, but we will be seeing them between now and summer. Okay, I mean, we're kind of pre-summer, but almost there. In other words, they're ready for action, for duty, etc. So it won't be long. I've been told to expect them pretty soon. Okay, so the mare, new mare, Anne. Why? I mean, come on, you know, who is Colonel, I believe, of the Blues? Gosh, I hope I'm right about that. I didn't even bother to check. Princess Anne, I believe, folks. Please correct me if I'm wrong and accept my apologies for being so. So Anne is the new mare, who we'll hopefully be seeing very soon. Now, in terms of hoof numbers, that's going to have to wait. That's more of a sensitive situation. So even when we begin to see them, it's going to take me a while to put two and two together and start IDing them, linking them, and posting the pictures, because we'll start to see a bunch of new hoof numbers or replacement hoof numbers. Problem is, I'm going to have no clue which one is which, although I've had a couple of heads up as to how to recognize them. So Anne is the new mare. The second new horse, and I really hope that this hasn't been chosen after a certain facetious ex-Tory grandee donor, Archer, is the second. So Anne and Archer. I didn't really bother to do a little bit of background. I'm not sure where the Archer came from. Pretty generic word, term. I'm assuming there might well be somebody famous in HCAV history or similar with the surname Archer. If it's staring me in the face, then again, folks, apologies. Now the third one, and this is the one that we will see extremely infrequently and in all likelihood never at horse guards, is a new grey. Yep, they have a new grey, and the troopers did a superb job with naming that grey Arctic. Now, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it, really? Arctic. What a name, eh, for a grey. But the last one, and this was the one that I actually really did think a lot of you would get, although to be honest, it's such a brilliant choice on the part of the troopers, it's almost too good to be true. The final horse, who supposedly is a bit of a unit, is Attenborough. How's about that? Yeah. To be honest, when I was thinking about which new names, I didn't even think of that, but it's so obvious, isn't it? I mean, you know, Sir David Attenborough in his 99th year, hopefully we'll see 100 and beyond. What an extraordinary thing to do, to name a horse after probably, you know, after Her Late Majesty, one of the greatest British icons of the 20th and 21st centuries. Let's be honest here, an extraordinary thing. So there we have it, guys, yeah? Anne, Archer, Arctic and Attenborough are the first four. There'll be more to follow. Those are the ones that are confirmed. You know, I'm quite a stickler for detail, so unless I've been massively wound up, that's it. Oh god, they're going to think I'm following them. Wait, they've ended up here now. Look. I mean, they could at least crack a smile. This is why my money's on it being a magazine shoot as opposed to the real deal. Okay, so new week, new regiment, new fun, and new idiots. Tourists, that is. After the weekend, especially what we saw yesterday, and to be honest, I'm not even sure you will have seen part 2 yesterday before you see this. We'll figure it out. After what we saw yesterday, especially with the chief having to get involved more than once to tell one tourist to get out of the box because she didn't have a clue. And not only did he then tell her, she walked straight back in again, and he had to tell her all over again. But also having to kind of intervene and get physically in the box behind the horse himself yesterday. I mean, extraordinary things yesterday. Definitely a day to remember. Somebody's parked a digger, a teeny weeny digger here. I mean, they could actually have taken that down to horse guards and finished a little bit of the remedial work whilst they've got it on hire, probably about £500 a day. Pretty quiet actually, and conveniently they're also doing roadworks on King Charles Street in exactly the spot where protesters normally tend to congregate. It's all barricaded off to the left. Smart thinking. Eternal roadworks. Now, there are more police vehicles than one would expect for the beginning of the week. One second, we've got some guy walking around with... Hold on. No, I think we'll ignore that. I think he's a bit mental. Like some guy's walking around with his pants hanging down. Like kind of not completely, but yeah, not really appropriate to be honest. Now, I'm not aware of anything out of the ordinary today, but then yesterday, as well as all of the chaos at Horse Guards, we had that Aung San Suu Kyi Burmese protest. We've come across it before, and they are lovely and friendly and thoughtful. But twice the corporal of force, in addition to his other duties, in addition to having pictures taken with tourists, in addition to, I don't know, 100 other things going on, had twice to leave Horse Guards and head along the public highway to ask them to lower their flag. Graciously they did, but God, that's I think probably somewhat beyond his job description. Okay, something's cooking. Let me ask. 1 second. Morning, officer. What's happening protest-wise this morning? Anything kind of on the schedule?
Not really, no.
That way, the camera's that way. It's not on your.
Yeah, no. There's not really too much going on. To be fair, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. Notice there were more bodies than usual on Whitehall for a Monday morning.
I think it's.
What's this, like a little small kind of...
Yeah, it's just about winter payments.
But nothing kind of major planned for Downing Street today?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, folks, always good to get a heads up. It looks like the little group of winter payment protesters have hired a van, which they are anticipating they're going to park right here. But I don't actually think, to be quite honest with you, they're going to get away with it. It's a small group, however, I'm noticing the officers are already not happy about this van being left here. One guy with a TV camera here, that's an outside broadcast kit. Oh, actually, wait, it's for the photo ops, the van. Bring back winter fuel payments for all pensioners. Yep, agreed. In fact, absolutely agreed. Shouldn't have been abolished in the first place, to be quite honest. They haven't got a massive turnout, as one would expect, but then again, it is a working day for a lot of people today. Still quite the view though.
A bit of a chance.
So can you let the waspy women speak, please? Their voices being squashed.
Keir Starmer, no way! Tax the rich and make them pay! Keir Starmer, no way! Tax the rich and make them pay! Keir Starmer, no way!
I mean, that's highly creative. Very disappointing though that they haven't got a larger turnout. It's a worthwhile cause, I'm sure we'd all agree. However, a turnout is better than no turnout. Am I right? Oh yeah. Funnily enough, the police, as I mentioned before, do have quite the soft presence here this morning, which is very curious. For what, 15 protesters? Okay, maybe like 25. In other words, a very, very, very modest group. Anyway, let's not get into the two-tier policing situation again. It is odd though, yesterday, because the Burmese protest, although it was a peaceful one, there were a lot of protesters, several hundred, but I didn't see any notable police presence, which is very curious. Because if they'd refused to lower their flags and or stop using the loudhailer, there would have definitely been a problem and the horses would have needed to have been removed. You saw how nervous, I forgot now, whether it was Zulander or Shearer, how nervous the horse was. Exceptionally nervous, and would definitely have had a massive meltdown if they hadn't switched off the kit. Luckily they did, and it was averted. Yeah, I forgot actually which was the second horse who wanted to quit. Shearer, I think. Anyway, one of you will correct me, no doubt, so it's all good. Now, what am I expecting this morning in terms of numbers? Not much yet. We're a little bit earlier than usual. I think it's around, give or take, 11:45-ish now. So the regimental changeover has been done, and yes folks, I will be capturing the arrival and dismount when we get to summer proper and it's nice and warm and bright, and we get these kind of crowds, you know, literally trying to open the gates at 10 a.m. with excitement. The numbers are always fairly modest here until we hit super bright or consistently super bright weather. Now, weirdly enough, just the day before yesterday, this week was predicted to be kind of 20-25 degrees and boiling hot, and guess what? It changed already and it's not going to be boiling hot. Now the good news, my dears, is that one of our favourite troopers fixed.
You just missed that guy, funny guy. With the jumper on his neck.
Oh, with a kind of brown jumper. What was he doing? Like being stupid or?
Look, he's coming back.
Oh, he's coming back. Okay, apparently we've got a local clown out and about today. Oh. Now, whether he comes back or not, folks, I can tell you we've got the growling guard back. This is the guard that's like... Okay, let's see. Did he get in trouble or did he get in trouble? Yeah. The growling guard, folks. It suddenly went really quiet here. Like I right, no one's talking. Okay, I'm going to focus forward. There is apparently a clown that's lurking. Where he's gone? Oh yeah. He looks a bit out of it, to be honest. Yeah, he's definitely off his, yeah. There's a really funny, I say funny, I mean funny because he's off his head. No, I saw him, yeah. Looking guy. He's got a very flat head. He's got like a jumper tied around his neck. Maybe he'll come back. I mean, apparently he was clowning around and being stupid. Not in like a majorly rude way, but drunk in public, I think, kind of way. Either that or high on life, etc. Okay, so we've got a decent number of people here, decent number of tourists, and let's hope that the growling guard might well be back after this shift later in the day. That will be an incentive for me to shoot another 2 parts. It's 11:44 right now, so I'm actually glad I arrived a little bit earlier, otherwise I wouldn't have known he was on today. I can't see, annoyingly, because he's pulled the horseback, who we've got at the other end. Yeah. That is actually Zibel. Good number here, actually, to be honest, folks. It's not packed yet, but then I wouldn't expect it to be, but very healthy numbers already, and more arriving. Where's the crazy guy gone with his flat head? It wouldn't be a typical start to the week without some kind of, I don't know, smackhead or real crazy type person. I think they spend the weekend wasted. Wake up on Monday. It's okay, ignore, don't worry about me. Of course you can, yeah, thank you. Some kind of, weekend coma. They get completely off their head, spend the weekend in a different galaxy, solar system, wake up on Monday, like, oh, where am I? And wander out to get fix. Yeah, bro, don't worry about the family that are already behind you. What is it with some of these tourists? Like in yesterday's video, it wasn't kind of the main thing that happened yesterday, but that woman was so rude to just march over and stand in front of someone that, one, you don't know, two, is already there patiently, waiting, respectfully to have a picture taken. Like, what? Who does that, no? A super arrogant person, that's who. Radio cackle behind me. I wonder if we got undercovers. I don't recognise anyone looking around, but then again, they're typically employed to be fairly inconspicuous, so that might well explain it. Are we going to hear someone growl? Laura. So I think today's going to be a bit of a mix. French, not even coming forward properly. Frenchies and Italianos. That would be my bet on what I heard on my way in this morning. I don't think he's going to get a chance to growl, actually. He might complete the first growl-free shift that we've seen. Possibly. I mean, I'm not, counting on it. What we'll do, actually, while we're waiting for more people to turn up, and they will, is have a quick look at the other end. Now, I will likely be back at this end for the changeover quite soon. But let's see who we've got here. We have got, I believe, the Super Duper Trooper, who was here a few days ago. And if you remember, we had a lovely chat with his exceedingly kind and pleasant dad. Yeah, he's back. So to be honest, it's kind of like the Blues yesterday, but the lifeguard version. What I mean, dream team of, I wouldn't say shouters, but a dream team of enforcers, folks. People that do not mess about. This end, that end, they're like, boom, like a hammer to a nail. Well, 13 minutes, actually, folks. And already, there are some people in the yard waiting for the changeover. I mean, wow. I mean, that is what you call dedication, is it not? Now, luckily, it's a considerably less spammy affair today than it was yesterday. But let's just say, folks, that things are in the works. Who's next?
Just using it to prop the camera.
Come on, big bus. I didn't know that it is a big bus stop, yeah. I didn't know that Big Bus, this is not Big Bus going by, Big Bus are now doing like walking tours as part of, that's strange because Big Bus is the kind of like one of the preeminent tour bus adventures, tourist routes that you can jump on and be driven around. Not quite as luxurious as Bustronome, which costs a fortune, although admittedly, apparently the service is amazing, as is the food. But wow, I guess they're diversifying. Super competitive, folks, with people that are deciding that they want to book a tour bus. I don't get the point. The Diney one's an exception because it's unique, but you could just get on any major central London route, 23, 9, 14, any of the normal red buses, and be taken on a very close to identical route for roughly 1/20th, 1/30th even, of the price of a tour bus. So, I don't get it. Now, horse-wise, I'm going to guess solely from the neck and what we see here. Now, this could be Overlord. Look, he's not responding. And which horse never responds no matter what happens? Overlord. Yeah, I can't be 100% certain because I didn't even bother like a full to look at the hoof number, but I would say with about 70-80% certainty that is Mr. Overlord. Now, things at the back will remain chaotic until this Saturday, and after that, folks, it is finally going to be back to normal, but not for long. The King's Lifeguard will change today at 1100 hours, indeed, and it's already happened. Yes, they've changed over. Blues have gone. In fact, I was kind of secret, if I'm honest, hoping to get potentially the Blues riding out. Been a long time since we're here for that. But just thinking to myself, after trooping the colour this Saturday, King's actual birthday parade, like the main one and final event, they won't be clearing up the parade ground and moving everything away, because we've then got 3 more military events beating the retreat, folks, through the month of July. Still on the fence about that, been many times, but even though it's in the evenings and there's music and fireworks and stuff, god damn, it's super sweaty out there on the parade ground. So I'm going to wait until we're nearer to the date to see, 1, if I'm here, and 2, which seats are still available, and 3, how warm or otherwise it will be. I just looked at the hoof. Yeah, it's Overlord. Yes, it is. Look, staring straight into the camera. This kind of reminds me of the early mornings when we used to arrive here last year. Yeah, but now I think you've kind of understood why it is that I prefer to arrive roughly around noon for that changeover, because it's at that point that things start to get wild. I mean, I'm already seeing like a ton of people coming along this way. Having finished outside the House of Parliament and Buckingham Palace, they're all starting to arrive. But the real flood will happen in about 10 minutes after the next change. I mean, if everybody's staying this far back. Flipping on that, they all just turn up in one fat group. But we need force of numbers, much greater numbers, to have what we had yesterday. In other words, borderline chaos. But as you saw, folks, despite there being so many people this weekend, it was beautifully controlled by every trooper that was on, to be quite fair. Nobody got away with taking the you-know-what this past weekend. And will that continue today? Couldn't tell you. The trooper is definitely ready, though, to growl. I mean, some people are wearing winter coats and stuff. I've got short sleeves on, a t-shirt. It's nearly 20 degrees, for goodness sake. Yeah, there's no sunshine, it's not very bright, but it's very, very, very warm this morning, folks. And would you believe I actually got a little bit sunburned yesterday? Extraordinarily enough, yeah. Actually, I can't quite reach that part of my arm to get it on the camera, but wow, wow, wow. Okay, we've got two super interesting police horses coming out. Look at this. Whoa, the one on the right is flipping massive. Which one's that? It's like a sort of Zorba's older uncle kind of thing. Whoa. The officers are a little bit preoccupied with 1, not trampling anyone, and 2, not getting run over by traffic. So I didn't think it was kind of right to ask them and distract them which horses. We'll possibly see that one again. I think we've seen that one before. If we have, guys, can you pop the name in the comments for us? Okay, lining up buggies, pushchairs.
They don't speak any English.
Oh, tourist they don't speak any English. I'm not sure who she's talking about. Who doesn't speak any English? Everyone speaks some. This shady guy over here looks like he's going to grab the sign and run off. Plenty of people, guys, look in the yard already. And in the usual spot behind us. They're proper early, actually. We've still got 6 minutes. I think this guy reckons he's auditioning for Britain's Got Talent. Or in his case, Britain's Got No Talent. Who's up next? Okay. I mean, luckily they've remembered to take their kids with them, the parents on the ride. Bro, he didn't realise there's a massive horse pond there. You see that? What did she say? Gula Boudou or something? There's a massive horse. Take a picture. Thing is, folks, there's no guarantees actually that this particular guard. Wow, look at this. It's a very short selfie stick. Gosh, I actually feel very inferior when I see people with that kind of kit, folks. I personally am not able to extend to quite those dimensions, alas. Oh. I think she's off to join the Greta Thunberg Gaza flotilla, that lady. Peace protester. I mean, the front is packed. I'm not sure if people are kind of generally staying back because they think that they're supposed to. Somebody's behind me. I don't know who. Look, down here, how busy it is. It's actually fairly active, guys, for this time of the morning already. Okay, we've got Polish tourists arguing about whether they want a picture. Damn it, she's possibly fallen over and made holes in her jeans. I never understand the point of buying clothing that looks as though it's been heavily worn and damaged. Right, I think this is the point at which the police start to move and the fun, inverted commas, begins. There it is. Is that you, tourist? Stay out there and leave us alone. Okay, a few people running into the yard actually to film it. The police have thwarted it. I shouldn't laugh actually. They don't normally do that. They're normally pretty chill. But yeah, they said to my friend no. Oops. So now he's lost his spot. Yeah, I think they're being a little bit more strict today. They don't, it would appear, want to let anybody in from the front. Or anybody else, that is. I mean, strictly speaking, Miss Fitness here is actually in the box. Is a growling coming? I don't think so. No honey monster growl, folks. Possibly, he's been muted. Have you noticed there's been a bit of a pattern in the sense that when there's been a guard who's been like super noticeable, like, you know, high profile, typically for shouting or a lot of discipline, or another example, the gatesmanator, we see them for a few weeks and then they vanish. Notice that? Or is it just me? I could point to multiple examples, actually. I should probably ask. More people are wanting to exit the yard to the front actually than enter it. And they don't seem to have an issue with that. Then again, I guess if they told people they couldn't leave, that might, well, strictly legally speaking, be false imprisonment. It's packed. There's a lot of people, folks, and they're still squeezing in. Okay, so a lot's going to depend on who we've got coming out now, horse and trooper-wise. Oh, hold on. The first Chinese tourists have turned up. Uh-oh. You know what that means. Bloody hell, it's really busy, guys, here at the front. Now I can see which trooper's going to come into the box in front of us. So for the time being, I'll stay put. Here's the first one, ignoring the guards changeover. Number 2. I think number 3 with the communist scarf is going to be the one that gets in trouble. I mean, damn, that's close.
Get back!
And there it is. An outstanding growl. Brilliant. So gigantic Colossus Overlord is done. Look, he couldn't care less. The horse that is. Goodbye for now. Magnificent creature. And welcome another magnificent horse to replace him. And another popular no-nonsense guard, folks. I'm kind of more tempted to focus on what we've got here, especially the headwear that lady's wearing. Let's see if we can quickly capture the dismount. I bet I'll miss something now. These two troopers dismounting now got lucky. They pulled the quietest shift of the whole day. It's also the shortest shift. Bear in mind they would have gone into the boxes at around 11:15, 11:20 after the troop arrived to take over from the Blues. So for that reason, I'm optimistic that we might well see these same two come out at the next changeover. But no guarantees. They've been doing 6s recently as opposed to 4s. So we're going to have to wait. Let me zoom back out, folks. There we are. See. And see who's up next. Okay, this bro is leading his group to a Thai Buddhist retreat. He's purposely walking slowly. What happened to all of the Chinese tourists that were here? I think they're busy just quickly Googling to see if any of them have been in the video already. And then we know what's going to happen next. Oh yeah. Now, predictably enough, there are a lot of people coming out of the gate and standing bang on the line. Look. The troop is ready. And with these kind of numbers, it's only a matter of time. See, look, glance down at the feet. The line almost acts like a tourist magnet, though. Oh god, here's another one. Baltic new money. Tell that straight away by the sunglasses. Oh, hold on. Right, so our favourite Chinese group are here.
再过去点，再近点儿你。好好好，对。来1、2、3。哎，你不要陪他嘛那边。1、2、3。哎呀，快快快，快过来帮我撇一下，快点。
This girl just pushing in. Gosh, it's like ladies there, ascot, no? Or the headwear, look at it. Awkward. And then the one in front in the yellow hat just walked into me without realising I'm even here. Oh, flipping hell. Okay, big dude is then to block out the sunlight. Oh, goodness me. Oh, outfit of the day so far over there. Sponsored by Thomas Pink. Here we go. New money's back. Get ready for it. One more step back. Flipper, which language is that, folks? It's a Baltic language, no idea which one. Oh, this bro, look at this. He's trying to salute. I mean, he did manage to salute in the end, but it wasn't entirely effective, was it, if we're honest? Oh, here's another one. See, look, her outfit could be sponsored by the lifeguard regiment, to be honest, look. But it didn't save her, did it? No, it didn't. Oh, goodness me. Okay, now they're being, like, the Chinese are talking to each other and pointing at the line. Now they know that there's the lines. Yeah. That, I thought for a second he was, until I heard him speak, I thought it was Japanese, the guy that came over to try to salute politely, but nope, 100% Chinese tourist. Kind of wiggling around the edge of the box. Oh, goodness me. The funny thing is, it's hard to kind of explain it. How many people are here just like waiting for this group to finish? Like patiently waiting. It's really packed here. A lot of people here. Orderly came out. He's just closing up the other box. This one's up next. Oh, bro. My friend is getting knocked all over the place. Absolute classic. Who's next? Oh. Didn't take long, did it? Goodness me. He's like, would you like me to speak to all of these arrogant tourists? He's like, well, no, I mean, I've got the horse and the sword. I'll do it. Now, I'm not expecting we're going to see the corporal of horse for the lifeguards out and about today. Unless it's one particular corporal of horse who's always active talking to the public. So I'll keep an eye out, folks, and mention it if we see him. But quite unusual to have a lifeguard corporal of horse doing what the Blues corporal of horse did yesterday, i.e. fully interacting and telling people off. It's a massive group, actually, to be fair, this Chinese group this morning. There's got to be another one. Corrected herself. Maybe 50, 60 in total. And they're all round behind me. Oh. That's not what you use a kitchen tea towel for, my friend. Oh, goodness, who's next? What a squish. I'm not sure if she's talking to the horse or the trooper, because she said, how long do you have to stand here? I mean, first of all, the trooper isn't standing, he's sitting. So, no, she's back, getting Chinese pushing in. Absolute classic, folks. How long do you have to stand here? The guard's response? Nothing. 0, silence. Or, in this particular trooper's case, silencio. Oh, she's back. I think it might get a little bit hectic, guys, because the sun just came out. And so did the toys with their little Coco Chanel pouches. Oh, this bro's in the box. Not for long. What's that, 5, 6? I lost count already, folks. Active already. Oh wait, somebody's going through an outfit change. Absolute classic. You wouldn't believe how many people actually were kind of waiting here or planning to go up and get a picture and just kind of gave up. They're just standing here waiting and then they're just like, whatever, and just walk off. I get it, to be quite honest. There are simply too many. There we are, sponsored by Burberry. Yep, I mean that takes best outfit of the day from the other lady, 100%. Crazy, isn't it, how some people naturally just know how to dress well. Other people have got no flipping clue what they're doing. Like that girl, there with her hands on her head, I don't know what on earth she's doing. Very curious. Oh. Ducking, I'm not sure if it's because of the cameras or because they're worried about the horse sort of reaching down and giving a bit of a nip. Nippy, nippy, nippy. Proper humid now, guys, I tell you, like really, really humid. Oh. Oh. This bro is from North Carolina. Look at this. She definitely prepared her trip to visit the lifeguards today. Look, her favourite regiment in the entire British military. People leaving scooters here, it's just out of control today. One of you did count yesterday's get out of the box as being 17 in total. I caught cleanly ready for the new compilation 8. So the next one's going to be more. I think you're taking a selfie with the two of us, Dad. Sorry? I think he's a good-looking guy, but it's not my time.
No. Oh yeah, yes, please. Let us take it. Come on, no, if you want a selfie with me.
Oh, hey, look.
Hi.
Visiting from Germany, hey.
Yes.
Nice one. Hey, thank you. Folks, nice guy. I had to tease him because he had a pink polo shirt on. And I actually did think for a second he was taking a selfie with me, but the camera was the other way. Okay, who's up next? Somebody's got a Sherpa blanket over there on the left. The only problem is she's wearing it and not sitting on it. What about this bro? So I'm going to be on. Maybe he's like a famous, good-looking guy. Maybe he's like a German TV star. Am I going to go viral in Bavaria this coming week? Guess we'll find out. I still don't know because I haven't moved yet. Which trooper's got the other end? I will adjust my position shortly, ladies and gents. But wow, what an eclectic cast of funny people we've already had this morning, and we just got here. Oh, pink sunglasses. Notice, guys, the difference between people clearly misjudged their outfits. They like this guy who thinks he's walking up Cefn Bryn in Wales. He could lose 2 layers. I'm actually sweating, guys. I'm just standing here and I'm sweating. It's crazy humid this morning. Woo. Somebody else decided to drop their luggage there. Leave it, look, at the railings, just like yesterday. Whose is it? How long is it going to take until somebody claims it? Wow, look at this umbrella. Look. It's like birds. I'm not sure if that's no, I don't think she's a tour guide. That's a super cute, like a felt umbrella handle cover. Oh, another one that was told. Behind the white line. Imagine, guys, if we'd had the growling guard now. If he pulled this shift, if he pulled the 11, if he pulled the 11 AM shift. Actually, wait, he did pull the 11 AM shift. What are we talking about? Sorry, the noon shift. Okay, who's next? I mean, honestly, folks, after yesterday's, you might not have seen it yet, so I'm not going to actually spoil by saying it. If you have seen it, it's fine anyway. Yesterday's performance by the Ukrainian ballerina, I posted that, or will post that today on the Shorts channel. An extraordinary thing to see here, actually. I always wonder how long it's going to be before we do see somebody turn up here for a sponsored post in a bikini. It's absolutely going to happen this summer, I guarantee it. We've seen every other variable, so it's inevitable. Oh, somebody using flash photography in full daylight, smart. Oh, somebody's wearing a recently completed crochet project. It's okay, it's okay. Here at Horse Guards. Oh, look at this. We've got 3 of yesterday's 4 coming through the gate. Look. Wow. Okay, once. Oh, see this? Yeah, my horse. I mean, it looks to me like the tourist did get out of the way pretty quick, but obviously it wasn't quite quick enough. Oh, here's another one. Just turned in time to see it. That was the quickest arrival and entry to the box of the past week, I would say. She was straight in there. Wow. Now the worrying thing, folks, is that bag is still there. You see that? Who left that there? No, the bag. It's been there a long time. These 2, yeah? Oh. He just shouted at her in Spanish. Get behind the white line. Hear that? Wow. Yeah. But I think he's Brazilian. I think he's Brazilian, but obviously can speak Spanish. I think. Don't quote me, guys. I don't actually 100% know if the guard is Brazilian. Just I've heard that multiple times. Impressive stuff, though, actually, to be able to. That's the first. Actually, I think we've just witnessed, for me anyway, an historical first. I've never heard any guard telling anybody to do anything in any language other than the King's or indeed late Queen's English. Actually telling them to move, to get out of there, etc. In Spanish. Very, very, very impressive, in all honesty. Very impressive. Yeah, that black bag that I mentioned, somebody just headed up, another person filming here who you will recognise, he just went over to tell the police about it. It's been there for a good while. Now, I'm thinking it's likely to belong to those 2 Chinese tourists that are very busy with their picture taking. Police are going to come over and have a look anyway. I mean, I hope they are. Oh, no, they've actually... the second... And now the second that he told them, they've grabbed it and vanished. That's proper odd, though, no, to leave your luggage there for that long. It's almost like they sensed that it was going to happen at that exact moment. They picked it up and they scarfed the tourist. Oh, another clank of a phone with no case meeting the pavement. Yep, they were 2 minutes too late. Oh my goodness. Gosh, it's super squishy now with people pushing. Yeah, correct me guys, on this channel, have we ever seen any guard speaking to the tourists in any language other than English? I haven't. I'm sure we haven't. I'm not saying it never happened or that someone else hasn't filmed it before, but I've never seen it or heard it. Impressive, actually. I wonder, in fact, if you can parler français or indeed speak Portuguese. I guess we'll find out. But then again, considering that 99% of the people that typically end up here are French or Spanish speakers, certainly a useful language, no, for the troopers. Actually, I know, in fact, although I never heard him speaking, I do know that one trooper who now is no longer on duty here because he was promoted is a fluent French speaker. But I never heard him speaking it here on duty. Oh my word, look. Got the crazy umbrella. Did you ever hear or film any guard at all ever speaking any language except English to the tourists? Or was that the first time? You've never heard him speaking Spanish? Super odd, no? I don't think I've ever heard any guard speaking to the tourists in Spanish or French or whatever. Oh, here we are. Now the thing is, guys, if it's a really hectic day here, very like hot, packed summer's day,
Maybe he heard the theme language. He
possibly, yeah. And we might hear some very colourful language. Useful though, no, to be able to tell them like in Spanish or French to get out of the
There's
way.
a registration mark. Amy says on the bottom. Every horse has a registration mark on its hoof. Just come out of the museum.
Ah, that's LG on the front right hoof.
LG, oh,
Lifeguard.
that's what it is. Lifeguard.
Yeah, LG.
Yeah, they all have them.
Yeah.
Every horse has them.
Regimental stamp
Yeah.
and the
It's
regimental
because
number on this
in the
hoof.
when they only had gentlemen in household cavalry,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to provide their own horses because they were wealthy.
Yes,
and they
wealthy
got into
English gents.
gambling debts, and they used to sell their horses and claim they were chop their hooves off, claim they were. They used to claim they were killed in battle, and they got a free one from the army. But then they had to
Smart.
prove that they had to, so they chopped their hooves off if they were killed in battle, so nobody could have a free horse unless they really were killed in battle. So then they did a this is the front one.
No, the one,
LG.
the one, that one on
LG.
the back. Yeah, but the one next door, they're on the back horse.
Oh right, okay.
Okay.
A separate marking on the rear hoof. What is the second the marking on the rear
Well,
hoof?
this is what we were told, so that they know which horse is which horse.
Some are in the what are they called? Some are in the blue.
Blues and Royals.
Blues and
Royals, and the others are in the
Lifeguards.
Yeah,
And
so they have to know which is which as well. And they don't own their own horse; they have to sort of take potluck. So some of them are very nice, and some of them are a bit.
Oh yes,
But,
yeah. The
okay,
horses
you
rotate
can
between the
see further.
troopers.
Is it a marker on the front?
Yeah.
Right.
The front left hoof has the regimental number,
Yeah.
so I can't quite see it, but that's the number.
Yeah.
And the front right hoof is the regimental stamp, so
Okay,
number
now
lifeguard.
You go to the horse next door, and you ain't got that.
Because sometimes
They do it on their back.
they kind of, how to say that, it wears down on the front, or occasionally, and I still don't know why actually, they do make the little print on the back. I don't know why they do that.
Because the one over there, there's nothing on the front hooves, it's on the back hooves. It's
Yeah,
really
curious
odd,
one.
isn't it?
I can't see actually where, unless I can get the number from the front hoof, I can tell you which horse it is. 1 second. It looks a bit mushy though, that number, does it not?
Yeah, it does look a bit flashy.
And they change once an hour.
I'm not really sure. Wait, I think
You got it,
They
you got
do
it,
change
you got
once
it.
an
I
hour.
think I know which one it is. Let me just look at the list, the horse list. 1 second.
Jesus, you're quite good. He's quite good.
1 second, let's have a look. If it's the one I think it is, and I might be wrong, then it's Kijaki. This horse is Kijaki.
Okay, because now that's a K.
Yeah.
Do you know they're all numbered according to they're now starting on A.
Hey, next time.
It's funny you say that because when I started this morning's video up there, for the first time ever, I announced the first new 4 A horses.
Oh, there we go.
Did you?
Have a guess. Who's like a very popular icon in British culture? He's very old. He was born the same year, I think, as
Attenborough.
Exactly, yep, exactly. Bingo, ladies. Yeah, Attenborough is one of the new horses.
Because they're all finished. They've got to go to lunch.
Hey, have a good day, yeah? Well, they got it. Okay, I did give them a clue, but wow, impressive. Well done, ladies. Straight away, look at that. They guessed it. Oh, and a little bow from this very polite young lady. I did notice the another one well dressed. Look at this little headscarf. I think she thinks she's in Saint-Tropez and not Central London. Oh. I did notice the well-dressed lady in the background. We did capture it, getting told to move when I was talking to the two lovely lady tourists I love the enthusiasm. You see that, how enthusiastic they were, exploding with information, having been in the Household Cavalry Museum. Model here, 100%. You can tell I'm not going to put the camera down, but head to toe, perfectly dressed and presented. So I've certainly lost count of how many get out the boxes or behind the white lines we've had. Oh, wow, pretty active morning, guys, for one that started off slowly, didn't it?
Well, yeah, it's stinky.
Hoodie says, nope, not today. What does that mean? Nope, I'm not going to get shouted at today by the trooper. Tourist season, folks, is pretty cute, isn't it? The only thing missing right now is the sun. I do wonder if it might well be the case that some of the horses that have been longer serving, I don't know, this is pure speculation. You know, sometimes we end up with like, oh, hold on. I mean, what can I say about that? I don't know. This guy's in the box. But he's an important movie star from Hong Kong, so he's not going to move for the King's Guard. This bro, what the hell, look. Oh, although, I was just about to say, he does have a hearing aid device in his left ear, so I was a bit concerned that he might not have heard the trooper. But he did, luckily. People are just wandering all over the place. I mean, who's next? I don't even know how to point the camera, to be quite honest. The only thing we haven't had yet is an offering of food for the horse. Another one in the box. Oh. Here's another gent trying to talk to the trooper and being blanked. Yeah, no cash offerings yet, and no beverage offerings yet. Oh my goodness, I can't even move, guys. I'm sandwiched in here. Where's this guy going? He's heading to John O'Groats. It's a walking tour the length of England, or the length of Britain, sorry. The length of the United Kingdom. There we are. Happy? Oh my word. It's packed. Curiously enough, actually, the other end is being very much left alone. I keep looking over there. Not only are there not a lot of people, but we haven't heard any verbal at all. The only thing missing now is Call Me by Blondie that should be playing in the background. Call me, call me. Yep, definitely heading to Saint-Tropez and Cannes on the next step of her European Summer 2025 tour. Oh, goodness me. Meanwhile, this dude looks very angry. Or very serious. Depends which way you look at it. Oh, he's real. And as if that wasn't strange enough, we get another giant on the left. I'm actually starting to like this spot more, like a little bit kind of off center, because we get really good perspective. Look. And he told her. Really good perspective over the position of people's feet. Certainly under the sign, not both sides, because there flies everywhere. Gosh, some very interesting characters here today. Oh, Little Miss Not Today is back. God, I'm kind of trying not actively to think about the fact we've got 4 months of this to come at least. His cap said, "We are Morris dancers, Morris Town, Morris something." Can't read it. We are Morris Stowe. No idea what that is. Here's another one on her phone who just realised there's a horse. Oh, here we go. Exceptionally well dressed, and almost certainly. Actually, no. She's Chinese. Looking at the group. Yeah. I thought Japanese instinctively, but nope, Chinese. A Japanese-looking Chinese. Oh, a sponsored post. He's got a Lakeside, which I think is a shopping centre in Essex. Lakeside gilet. Sponsored by Lakeside. Who's next? Saw her arm, yeah. Oh. She's like, sorry. She's pushed in. I can finally exhale now, having held my breath in for the past 30 minutes pretty much in the squash. Right, we're going to use hopefully a quiet moment in a minute to move, have a look at who's at the other end, folks. I knew it was going to be crazy here and I wasn't mistaken, but wow, I wasn't quite expecting it to be that mad for the past, 20 minutes non-stop. No, lucky that Kajaki's a chill horse. Having so many languages this morning that sound new to me. Oops.
How long is it going?
So these guys will do 1 hour rotation. The horses get put under a lot of pressure, so they infantry do 2 hours. These guys do 1.
I was just about to answer his question because I thought he was asking me. There's a guy standing right next to me, but he's part of an organised tour group. So lucky I didn't say anything. Just had a massive school group arriving in the weirdest school uniform I've ever seen. It's not an English one, it's got like very odd extra bits, very curious, but let's not move the camera unless they end up coming in front of the horse for pictures. Looks like some private, rich boarding school. They're slowly giving the horse and the trooper a bit more space. I don't honestly think it will last, but for the moment. Let's use this moment, actually, this opportunity, folks, to swap. Oh, actually, that's the group I was talking about. Look, very odd uniform this lot have. Okay, let's move ourselves to this end carefully. Gosh, it's quite active. Whoa. Okay, so here we are with a pretty decent spot, actually. Again, off centre. Not my preferred off centre, but it will do for now. Hello. Oh, goodness me. Who's up next? Yeah, hello. Just touch royal property. I mean, she straightened it, but it's not actually straight. It's just straighter. That's the kind of curious thing to see, actually. I've only seen that maybe 3 or 4 times ever. Towards adjusting the sign before having the picture taken. Oh. What is it with the salute this morning? We've seen multiple people salute. One person very foolishly saluting and getting told to get out of the box, obviously. Who's next? I'm sure we can fit everyone in the frame. Yeah, it's actually cleaned out a little bit the other end now, so the timing was perfect. If that is, we get a decent number of people going forward here. I think we will. Might be a little bit slower, but there are plenty waiting. Oh, she's back. Actually, I know what she was doing, folks. She was actually putting the sign to the exact degree of her eyebrows. That's what it is. Yep, so there's a straight line in the picture. Makes perfect sense now. I did wonder. There's yet more left luggage on the ground to my right as well. Honestly, these people think that Heathrow or Paddington or something, just dropping their kit everywhere. Oh, I was just about to say, oh my god, a double salute. I'm not commenting yet, everybody, because wait. The Swedish, the two that were just saluting, and the reason I didn't want to say anything like rude is their daughter was stood right next to me, taking the picture, so I didn't want to be like, you know, hypercritical. I mean, I don't know. They could well be Swedish military for all we know, but how curious. I also remember seeing a husband and wife double salute. Which has just reminded me, one thing I didn't dig out for the shouting compilations are the two lovely ladies from Wigan. Damn, how did I forget about that? That needs to be added in, doesn't it? That classic double shout. One lady, then her friend. One after another. This is the problem, actually, in silly season, folks. So much happens that unless I watched the entire video, another one's thinking she's going to straighten the sign. Unless I watched the entire video manually, which is in itself an extremely annoying and time-consuming process, things get missed. It's inevitable, unfortunately. Yeah, inevitable. Ta-da. Who's next? I think this is Inga from Norway, who's never seen a horse before. The police seem pretty chipper this morning as well, actually. Very, very, very different vibe to what we had yesterday. That said, it's easy to understand why there would be this huge difference in the way the police are kind of, how to say this, it's not even like dealing with the public or policing here. It's the fact, I think, that once there's a very, very large protest, either planned or they can hear it incoming, then obviously everything changes. Now, I've actually got no clue what on earth is going on here. I saw a few people sort of running in, and I think it's just because of the fact that the horse, one police horse, a lone police horse, is getting very much attention here. I don't know if okay, the officer's telling everybody to move. Notice she's like, I'm coming through now. That looked odd actually, how many people were around this beautiful horse. Oh, what a lovely thing to see actually. Incredibly unusual to see a lone police horse or a lone mounted Met officer on a horse. They're always in 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, whatever. Very unusual. If it were not so active and hectic in there, I would have asked her which horse it is, but you know what? I don't need to. Why? Because we have the greatest expert HCAV police horse community on earth. So one of you will know which horse that was. Pop it in the comments, please, my dears. Unless you're going to be like, oh, it's a new one, we've never seen that one before. But yeah, odd, no, guys, to see a lone police horse. I wonder how that transpired. They don't actually go out alone, so to return alone is odd. Or unusual is a better way to describe it. That was very strange, in fact, how many people were around here.
Yeah, I know, but look, I was here, then I ran. Look, she tried to follow me. Here. This old lady.
What was she feeding the horse? Did you see? Polos or?
Polo, yeah, follow me, look. This lady shit.
That explains it. So that's why the horse stopped. Somebody ran over and basically tried to feed it, or did feed it.
No, but that was the old act of kindness.
But normally the police
Look,
are kind of like,
look.
don't feed the horses. That's pretty cute. But I mentioned when I saw it a minute ago, it's unusual to see just one by themselves.
Like shaking like this, an old lady. Who was there?
Yeah?
Remember, you must have been there.
Oh wait, the woman that was in the chair. Ah, yeah, okay. That's a good thing to catch, actually. Really unusual. Okay, the reason I didn't see him dash off, I didn't wonder actually. My friend is not a runner. He's very chill here. But he spotted that the horse had stopped for some reason in the tunnel, which is very unusual, especially with it being a lone horse. And the reason being, somebody had held up with both hands, I don't know what it was, it looked like polos or mints or something, for the horse as like a gesture. And the police officer had said, yeah, okay. And so the horse was busy chomping away, eating out of the lady's hands. How about that, in the tunnel? Utterly extraordinary, to be honest, because they very rarely permit anyone to feed the police horses for obvious reasons. I mean, you don't know where it's been or what it is. Actually, I was at the other one, wasn't I? Sorry, let me move again. Sorry, let me get out of your way. People behind me. Yeah, let's go back to this end, folks. I mean, it is at both ends pretty chocker. There's a lot of people here, as you can see, making a part 2 a very distinct possibility. I wouldn't quite go as far as saying a probability, because they can vanish as quickly as they arrive. Okay, so we're back. Now, I don't know, just because my memory is not quite able to extend beyond the past 2 weeks. Oh. I'm just about to say, I don't know if this guard is going to ruthlessly enforce the box or not, but then again, it's 2 kids, so as I said yesterday, they don't always like to tell kids off. And to be honest, I get it. I personally, I know it's different, but I personally can never dream of telling off someone else's kid. To be quite honest, it's just kind of like simply because I'd be super angry if somebody told off mine. Why? I mean, as the parent, it's my job to discipline in whatever way. This little Fonzie dude, look. That's the fire brigade zooming along behind us. Wait, oh my good lord, what the flip? The video's an hour and 15 minutes already. Oh my goodness me. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to finish this one now, start a second one. Apologies. Damn, that went by quick, didn't it? Right back.